It's time to talk Monday Night Football and the Week 5 NFL recap. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we are here to talk some NFL football, baby. That's right. We are going to give you that Monday Night Football preview and go over Week 5. We had a 6-6 week, kind of a blah week, but you know what? When it's our worst week of the season, we'll take it, and we're going to move on. We're going to get a winner next week, that's for sure. How about that freaking Trends parlay plus 565 winner? The Trends went 10-2 in week 5. And get this, this needs to be out to everybody on YouTube, guys. This is insane. The Trends 41-14 on those this year. That's freaking insane. That is a lot of profit if you were just tailing every single trend. So I just had to point that out. It's been awesome. It's been a really cool part of our video. We give it out every Wednesday night with our best bets in case you have not watched it yet. So heads up, MLB best bets video is out now. I give you two best bets, good matchups, and all that kind of stuff. So go check that out. Thank you guys for all the comments on the videos and everything else. You guys are absolutely awesome and a big part of why this channel is growing. So we have a lot to get into. So let's settle in, grab a coffee, grab a drink, whatever it is that you are doing at your time of the day. But we got the week 5 bets recap, and then we're going to talk that head to head bet between me and Ryan, baby. Yeah, that's right. And then I'm going to give you 3 takeaways from NFL week 5. And I have a takeaway that might even blow your mind. And then the Green Bay Packers, Las Vegas Raiders preview, best bets. Holy crap, is that a solid game? I can't wait. Anyways, again, hit that like button if you haven't already. But it's time. Let's start out with that bets recap. All right, let's talk about this 6-6 average week that we just had. We start with Thursday Night Football. We know that was a loser. One of those two hit. That game sucked. I didn't want to bet it, but you know what? We did it. But we recovered with a nice 2-0 Sunday. Jets money line. The Broncos are the gift that keeps on giving, even though they did freaking lose a game for me earlier this year. But man, do they suck. Falcons money line minus 125. That's the reason why I like to take money line when you can get those odds, because -2, if you got that, it was a push. Nice Young Wei Koo winner at the buzzer. Ryan's bets 1-1 over 48. Buffalo Jacksonville started out ridiculously slow and then picked up in the fourth quarter to fall a few points short, but he recovered with a Philly KC moneyline parlay at one plus 117 for a nice winner. And then you know that beauty in the bottom left, Trends parlay over 40, under 40, sorry. Miami minus 6.5 in the first half, and the 49ers minus 3.5. And then anytime touchdowns. How about a 2-1 day on those? Devon A-Chain plus 105 winner. That guy is freaking good. Bijan Robinson, what an unbelievable catch for his touchdown. And then Garrett Wilson was the only one that didn't. Again, we only do a half unit on those. That's why we only 1.6 units, but those are still fun to play. And then the player props. This is what hurt us this week. The player props have been good to us all year. We're still up on the season. But man, I was disappointed. Let's start this out. I got to talk about it. Stafford over 269.5 passing yards. Here's the biggest issue, guys. The Eagles had the ball for 37 minutes or 30 something minutes. I don't even remember exactly. I just know they had the ball every time I'm watching the game. He didn't even have that many attempts as usual. It is what it is. It's just one of those games. He didn't get over it. Eagles played better, and so it's a loss. Bad read. Miles Sanders under 43.5. That was a beauty. He didn't even get to 40. That was a nice winner. It only had 6 carries, I think, too. And then Zerline and Folk over 1.5 PATs. The Jets kicker got it, and the Titans kicker did not let me down. The Titans offense let me down. They were 5 yards away, 4th and 1 at the Colts 5-yard line. They get the first down. They score the touchdown. That's a winner, but they do not. They get stuffed on 4th down, barely get the ball back with a minute left. It was it. That was it. But we lost. It's all right. Ferguson over 3.5 catches. Then we end with another crappy one where we lost by the hook. He had 3 catches in an absolute blowout game where Dak got brought out early. The offense was just non-existent. The 49ers also had the ball for almost 40 minutes that game. It was just everything was working against him, and he still ended with 3 catches. So I like the read, but you know what? It's still a loss. So I can't make any excuses. It's 3 catches, fell 1 short. We will bounce back. That's an unusual bad player prop week, but we will figure it out for next week. Now, let's take a look at the next page. This is just for so you guys know kind of what we've been doing well, what we haven't been doing well so far this year. So it gives you guys a better idea because I don't want you guys to just blindly tail. Obviously, I want you to do your own research and kind of go off this a little bit. So my game bets have been absolutely fire lately, and I'm not one to brag. I just have to point that out. Plus 8.04 units has been awesome. Ryan's game bets 4-6 down 2.19. Anytime touchdown 6-9 down 1.98. We've finally started going to half unit plays now on those since we started a couple weeks with 1 unit. the 1-0-3 weekend hurt us on that. That's for sure. And then player props 12-10 now after the 1-3 weekend, still up 2.01 units. And trends parlay, that was our first one of the year, 1-0, up 5.65. I would absolutely love to count that, but in the last video I said it is not official, so we are not counting it. I might start thinking about making those official every week because that is freaking awesome. Love those trends. So 37 and 32. Whether you tailed a few losers or whatever one, if you had a bad weekend, we are still up almost 6 units, and we will bounce back from the 6 and 6 week. I feel it, I know it. We're gonna stay confident and keep grinding. But that's the bets recap for Week 5 in the NFL. And now let's talk that head-to-head bet. Let's bring on Ryan and talk about our head-to-head bet, baby. 2 wins in a row. I am making the comeback. I will never lose again in this. Okay, that's a bold statement, but whoo, baby. All right, I'm 2-3 still, so I'm not going to brag too much. It's still not pretty for the year. Lions 42, Panthers 24. I had the -10 for the Lions, and they just bulldozed that Panther team. That's right. Ryan, thoughts?
If they didn't turn the ball over on the wrong side of the 50 and give you guys 3 easy touchdowns, I think we have a chance. Obviously, they're going to still get crushed, but I think we stay within the 10 and do all right. They had close to 350 yards. They were good on third down. It was just the frickin' turnovers. And if they turned the ball over on the other side of the 50, that could have been better too. But no, you had 3 easy peasy touchdowns. I cut the hair. Hopefully next week figures it out and can get the head-to-head win back on track.
But the Panthers' offense sucks. I mean, let's face it, they just suck.
Yeah.
Listen, Adam Thielen, 11 catches for 107 yards. I mean, that guy's playing right now. He's an older veteran that was just dumped by the Vikings, and he's just playing well. But
Mhm.
this offense is hot garbage. Bryce Young hasn't been that good. The O line's been okay. The wide receivers, other than Thielen, are garbage. I mean, it is just ugly. They are not calling many plays to get downfield. It's conservative. Um, the Lions are playing bully ball, and we might talk a little bit about that later. But the Lions continue to just be a well balanced offense. 159 rush yards, 218 passing yards. Jared Goff had 4 total touchdowns. An utter beatdown and easy win for me. Gotta love it. Thank you. I just wanted to have you join on just so I could talk crap to your face. So, you got
You
any
love it.
final words?
No, just I'm bouncing back. Next week we're ending this winning streak for you, and I got to get my victory going.
By the way, I think it's time for a giveaway. It's
Yeah.
about time for a giveaway on this head-to-head bet. So here's the deal: if we can hit 400 likes on this video, we will do a giveaway on the head-to-head bet like we did last time. You picked Team Steve and Team Ryan. We had a big giveaway for week 1. I want to do it again, but we got to get 400 or more likes. So hit that like button, baby. That's right. All right, thanks, Ryan, for another winner for me. And now let's talk some NFL Week 5 takeaways. All right, I got some stats that might blow your mind. This first takeaway: Bill Belichick and Mac Jones need to go. That's right. But I want to talk about Belichick a little bit more. Without Tom Brady, guys, he has not been very good. Now, with the Cleveland Browns, when he was their head coach, he went 36 and 44. In New England, so far, every single game without Tom Brady, his record is 26 and 29. Again, below average. In 10 seasons as a head coach in the NFL without Tom Brady, 7 of those 10 have been losing seasons. 7, with only one playoff win. And some people want to call this guy the greatest coach to ever live. I mean, it's not even close, guys. There's just no way. And I might have been a little part of that whenever I talked about him when Tom Brady. I was like, man, this coach is genius. But then Brady leaves, and you realize he's a great coach. He's just not the elite of the elite. He is a great defensive coach. He knows how to match up and do things like that. I'm not sitting here saying he's a bad coach, but I just want to point that out. 7 of 10 losing seasons without Tom Brady. He struggled anytime he is the head coach with an average quarterback. It's just crazy. But Mac Jones is not an average quarterback. He needs to go too. He's slow footed. He can't make reads. He doesn't throw accurately. His body language is awful. He just needs to go, guys. He has been pathetic, to be honest with you. So, in an NFL where quarterbacks are running all over the place, this guy is like in quicksand everywhere he goes. But, anyways, that's my first takeaway. Just wanted to point that out with Bill Belichick. The next one is that bully ball is absolutely dominating the NFL still. That's right. The best teams in the league are the ones that have the best offensive and defensive lines in the NFL. I mean, it's crazy. It's like old school football. The Lions, the Eagles, and the 49ers are a combined 13 and 1 this season, and that is not a coincidence at all. Um, Lions, Eagles, and 49ers, guys, if you watch them play, it's actually pretty fun to watch because they just absolutely make a defense feel helpless, like just completely helpless. But what I want to talk about also is Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, and Brock Purdy. their jobs are so much easier than a lot of other quarterbacks in the NFL. And there's a few other teams that had good O lines and all that. But when we judge quarterbacks, we judge them based on just how they're performing, not realizing, well, wait, they're in a totally different situation than like Daniel Jones or Justin Fields. Not saying those guys are elite and they're just missing an O line. But it is a way to think about it where, okay, wait a second. There's a reason why Dak Prescott was elite at the beginning of his career. Not elite, but he was really good because he had one of the best offensive lines in NFL history for the Cowboys for a couple years. All of a sudden, the O line becomes average, and Dak Prescott becomes average. So it's all about the situation you're in, and I just wanted to talk about that because a lot of us just judge quarterbacks based on just what they're doing instead of like what their surroundings are too. So, anyways, it's fun to see because it's not just passing; it is still those big boys up front. When they can make a defense feel helpless, they can win a lot of games. That's for sure. So that is the second one, the bully ball, baby. Gotta love it. All right, let's get into my last takeaway. My boy, Russell Wilson. Leave a comment below. Is his contract and trade that the Broncos made for him the worst in NFL history? Because I know there's a lot of bad ones that have been there throughout NFL history. But let me just explain this one for you. He got traded from the Seahawks to the Broncos. The Broncos lost 2 first-round picks, Noah Fant, 2 second-round picks, and a fifth rounder for Russell Wilson and a fourth rounder. Then they paid him 5 years, $242 million, $50 million signing bonus, $161 million guaranteed. This guy is 35 years old right now, and I don't know if you've seen him the last year and a half. He is an average quarterback. I mean, he is. I don't watch him and then watch Kirk Cousins and say, "Wow, Russell Wilson is much better than Kirk Cousins." I mean, it's reality. He ran it a few times and he has little glimpses here and there still, but he's still not that good, guys. His record since he left Seattle is horrendous. He's 35. That is old right now. He's not loved by his teammates. If you haven't seen interviews with Marshawn Lynch and all the ex-Seahawks players, it is not pretty for him. He's not a guy that likes to be friends or doesn't know how to be friends with his teammates. And then his personality with Sean Payton, it's literally like oil and water. It's just not going to work out. But like I said, is this the worst trade in contract in NFL history? Because now they're going to have him for a few more years still while he's 35, 36, 37 years old. And he's not getting any better, I'll tell you that. So I just want to point that out. Leave a comment below. Let me know some other terrible contracts in NFL history. So, anyways, that's my little rant. Those are my 3 NFL takeaways today. And now it's time to preview, baby. Let's talk that Monday Night Football game. All right, let's get fired up for the Raiders and the Packers. This game freaking sucks too, just like the Thursday night game. Holy cow. Raiders minus 1.5, over under 45.5. I'll give you a short preview for this game, guys. It's just yucky. It's yucky. Raiders 25th in points scored. Jimmy G should play, by the way. Raiders 32nd in rushing yards on offense. Nobody has ran the ball worse than the Las Vegas Raiders, which is a problem because the best way to beat the Packers is to run the ball on the ground because the Packers are a bottom 5 rush defense, but they're not going to be able to take advantage of it. Aaron Jones and Jair Alexander are both questionable, probably their best offensive and best defensive player. And the Packers are 27th on offense in total yards. The Raiders are 28th. Did I make you excited to watch this or what? Holy cow. Both bottom 7 run defenses. But I have a best bet in this game. I actually like it. Now, let's just be clear, though, with one thing. I'm betting this because it is Monday Night Football and I got to get a bet, and I like betting Monday Night Football. But I'm not going to sit here and say this is my most confident bet or something even close. I am still going to put a unit on it, but I dug deep for this one. I think I like it. Here we go. It's a player. I mean, I know I like it, not think. But here we go. It's a player prop. Jaden Reed, the receiver for the Packers, longest reception over 17.5 yards at minus 114 on FanDuel. We haven't bet a lot of longest receptions or longest rush. I've been close to, but I like this one a lot. This guy is a rookie receiver for the Packers. He is a speedster. I know Christian Watson is back, but he's still not playing like 100% of snaps or anything like that. And even then, he's still going to get targets. He's their third receiver. He has gone over this in 3 of 4 games with a 44-yard longest reception, a 30-yarder, and a 30-yarder. That's right. He's not only gone over 3 of 4, he's gone over by a ton. I mean, he gets some big receptions for this team. Raiders have allowed, I did this math for you guys, 9 receivers to have a catch of 18 plus yards or more. So they give up a lot of explosive plays. To give up 9 receivers to have that already, and that's receivers, running backs, or tight ends, all that, through only 4 games is quite a bit. Raiders get the second lowest quarterback pressure in the NFL to the Broncos, who have the least. And that's huge because if you're trying to complete long passes, the quarterback needs time to throw. And I think Jordan Love will have more time to throw than most games. All we need, guys. So we are always in this. If it's the third quarter and he only has 2 catches for like 10 yards, he hasn't done it yet, you're still in it because it only takes one play. That's it. One play of 18 or more yards. I think he gets it done for the fourth time in 5 games this season. So give me Jaden Reed, longest reception, over 17 and a half yards. That is the Monday Night Football preview and best bet. All right, that takes care of the Week 5 recap and Monday Night Football preview. Reminder, 400 or more likes, and we will do a giveaway again when we do the head-to-head bet for NFL Week 6 between me and Ryan, just like we did in Week 1, but we got to have 400 likes. All you got to do is tap it. Just tap it, and it helps everybody out, and we can have a lot of fun for that Wednesday night video. So thank you guys for the support. Go check out that MLB video out now. Enjoy that beautiful Monday night game between the Packers and the Raiders, and we'll talk to you soon.